The state of Pennsylvania has been ordered to return guns to the family of a killer. Eric Frein killed a Pennsylvania state trooper in an ambush nearly 8 years ago, and he seriously injured another. This was part of a 40-day manhunt, and the government wasn't pleased about any of it for obvious reasons. However, part of the state's efforts involves seizing dozens of firearms. Normally, that isn't a shocking detail. If someone is accused of murder, their guns are generally seized by law enforcement. The problem was these weren't the killer's guns, but firearms belonging to his parents. Now the state has to give them back. Authorities in Pennsylvania have been ordered to return 46 guns that were seized from the parents of Eric Frein, the anti-government survivalist who ambushed 2 state troopers in the Poconos in September of 2014. Killing one of them and severely wounding the other. During the manhunt for Frein, investigators seized a weapons cache from the gunman's parents, Eugene and Deborah, who were not charged in connection with the shooting. After Frein's 2017 conviction of murder and related charges, for which he was sentenced to death, his parents filed a lawsuit to recover the 46 guns that were held by authorities in Pike County. The government had argued that it had a right to hold the weapons in case they were needed as evidence in Frein's state and federal appeals. A lower court sided with Pike County prosecutors. But on Thursday, the 3rd U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in Philadelphia decided in favor of Frein's parents. The appellate court ruled that the state seized the Frein's property without compensation, in violation of the 5th Amendment, and hindered their right to keep and bear arms, in violation of the 2nd Amendment. None of the guns were originally used as evidence in Frein's trial. Now, few would argue with taking Frein's guns. However, his parents' guns were basically seized because the actions of a third party. Frein was convicted and sentenced to death, so his trial is over, though his execution has been put on hold due to a moratorium on the death penalty in Pennsylvania since 2015. So there's little need for evidence. Further, their guns weren't used as evidence by the state to begin with. What happened here is that Frein's parents were denied their constitutional rights not through their own actions, but through the actions of a third party. Even though he was their son, he was an adult when this occurred, and they cannot and should not be punished for his actions, especially since no one argued that they were party to his crimes. The state of Pennsylvania took those guns, but they had no authority to keep them. The court's ruling is most definitely the right one. What Frein did is awful. Few will dispute that. Yet the state of Pennsylvania was essentially punishing his parents, all without any real due process, because of the actions of their adult son. And that's not right. Now the state has been ordered to give those guns back. And what bothers a lot of people, that this even needed to go to court in the first place. Let me know in the comments section down below if you think the guns should be returned to the parents. There's no indication in the story that he lived with his parents. And like I said in the story, he was an adult. And none of the firearms used to ambush the police officers came from his parents' cache of firearms. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, or if I gave you some information you didn't know, please take time to like, share, and subscribe, and hit those post notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next video.